Huge day in Hero Wars Dominion era today only, but if you can't capitalize on it, that's okay. There are going to be big days in the future.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about Autumn Festival, as well as a little bit of Foremothers Pledge, and a little sprinkling of Guardians of Outland. Make sure that you get the 500 free energy from the social media posts today. Don't want to miss those free gifts. Now, we have a 3-stack of events: Foremothers Pledge, Autumn Festival, and Guardians of Outland. All three of these events are above average events when it comes to rewards and accessibility, but the big part about them is that Guardians of Outland, Autumn Festival, and Foremothers Pledge share some tasks. We have, a couple that overlap here: spend emeralds, spend energy, and perform summons in the Soul Atrium for Foremothers Pledge. In Autumn Festival, we have spend emeralds, spend energy somewhere. There it is. And collect soul stones of any hero, so you can get those from that Soul Atrium. And then we have the last day of Guardians of Outland, which also has a spend emeralds and spend energy, as well as getting soul stones for a hero. You also can get a little bit of a boost if you buy some things. So that I would probably hold off on the get VIP task for a day or two. We don't really have anything jumping out at us as coming up very soon, but some good things to purchase in the next few days are like the another subscription to the map if you want, and there will be a Time of the Fearless, Emerald Waterfall, and Emerald Sale event pretty soon. That's when I would buy emeralds, not today. Now, the Autumn Festival. This is an event that comes around every year, and it is full of Harunian brew. Okay, it's a very straightforward, very boring event, and it hasn't really been updated in many years. As a matter of fact, this is the 4th year in a row that we've had this event, according to Hero Wars Wiki, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't really been touched. The value of the event is it's okay, right? There are some events that are closer to 100% return on investment. And by the way, how this works is every item in the game of Hero Wars Dominion era has an emerald value to it. So if I spend 100 emeralds doing tasks in this event, the expected value that I'm going to get back, aside from that 100 emeralds worth of value, is another 53% return. If, for example, I looked at an event like the Guardians of Outland event, this one is a little closer to 100% return on investment. Now, does that make Autumn Festival a bad event? Well, yes and no. First of all, I like to break events down in 2 ways. Is it a good event? Is it a fun event? It's not a fun event. Okay, it is absolutely not a fun event. The only excitement about today's Autumn Festival event launch is the fact that it's triple dipping today only. All right, this stuff that you're doing: logging in, reaching VIP, spending emeralds, spending energy, opening tower chests, getting soul stones, spending energy. You're doing all of this stuff potentially anyway, all right? I might not be spending 80 pet summons a day because I might be saving some of those for the Great Storm later on this month. I might not be, going out of my way to spend a ton of energy or emeralds, but because it's a triple dip, I am considering doing the spending energy and the spending emeralds. As a matter of fact, I will be spending 50,000 emeralds today so that I can finish this task, because I need a lot of skin stones still. And that's really where this boils down to, is you got to take a look at these events and decide for yourself on some level. YouTubers and content creators elsewhere and people on the Discord, on the Facebook, we all talk about how good or bad an event is, how easy or fun or whatever, but ultimately you have to take a look at the rewards. And the rewards for Autumn Festival are the Harunian brew, and a lot of them. These are the contents of the only reward that you get during Autumn Festival. You get stacks and stacks and stacks of these Harunian brew. It's worth noting that about 40% of the time you're going to get more Harunian brew every time you open. What that works out to as a math point of view, as a statistical math equation, for every 100 Harunian brew, you're going to open a total of roughly 300. Okay, so whatever you have, it ends up being triple when it's all said and done. So if you get 10 Harunian brew, by the time you open all of your Harunian brew, you would have opened around 30. If you get 1,000 Harunian brew, when it's all said and done, you will have opened around 3,000 of the Harunian brew. So you take a look at the rewards here. All of the contents in here, some of them are great, some of them are pretty terrible. And most of them, for a player like me that's been playing for a very long time, doesn't get a lot of value out of these rewards. Yes, I do see some great things in here. The bottled energy, absolutely fantastic. The violet and orange fragments, always going to be helpful. The skin stones, not a lot of them, but there's still some in there. And the enchantment runes are a bottleneck that I'm dealing with right now. The Titans chests, the chaos cores, the flawless artifact, that's the orange artifact, unless those were upgraded, and this has not been updated here. The gold, the Titan potions, the artifact, a lot of this stuff just doesn't matter to a player like me, but it might matter to a player like you. Hard to say where we are all at in our Hero Wars journey, right? But again, the excitement around this event is the triple dip. Okay, now, with all that being said, we have some big things coming very, 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 very soon. And this is the biggest problem that I have with today's round of events, if I have a problem with today's round of events at all. We have a new pet, a new hero, and Spooky Festival right around the corner. We don't know specifically when these things are going to be. We don't know if there's going to be a new hero, a new set of skins for Spooky Festival, a new pet. We don't really know yet, but we're due. We're due for those things, and there very likely will be a lot of necessary resource expenditure for those new things. Now you might say, well, what if I don't like that new thing? Well, you might not. You might not. I say all that to say this. If you cannot take advantage of the triple dipping here, okay, if you cannot take advantage of it today, and today only is the only day you can do it because Guardians of Outland ends later on this evening, then there will be more opportunities later on in this month. I promise you there's going to be some great events later on this month, and we should all take advantage of them the best that we can. Like I said many times before in today's video, as well as in my live streams across the last couple of weeks, I'm in a big need of skin stones, so I am caring a lot about Guardians of Outland, and I waited until today to get the most value out of Guardians of Outland. Now, I do want to talk a lot about Martha. With the addition of Maestro and her effectiveness or ineffectiveness, however you've found it, I want to talk a little bit about how good Martha is now in fall of 2024. But we're going to talk about that during my live stream. Of course, if you're watching this video sometime in the future, you probably missed that live stream. But we are going to be live every day from 12 to 1, except for Thursdays. That schedule is on screen now. Hope to see you all there. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.